The teacher slammed my math test face up so the whole class could see my 26 circled in red. I'd filled 3 notebooks studying for this test and still bombed it. The kid behind me grabbed it and held it up, pointing at the rocket I doodled next to my name. Your IQ is 81 and you want to build rockets? Give it up, man. The class laughed at me, and when I got home I found my rocket model in the kitchen trash. I wanted to cry, and that night my dad walked in while I was studying math and put his hand on my shoulder. Stop torturing yourself with this rocket stuff, son. It hurts watching you fail. But Dad, I want to build a rocket and go to Mars. You're just not meant for it. I'm sorry. He squeezed harder and walked out. A tear rolled down my cheek as I gripped my pencil so hard it snapped. I stood up and headed outside to look at the stars I'll never reach when a car squealed around the corner. The impact was hard. I woke up in the hospital with a huge bandage around my head. My parents cried, "You've been in a coma for 6 days." I immediately sat up. That means my next math test is tomorrow. I gotta go study. A sharp pain shot through my head as I stood up, and I ran home in my hospital gown. But then I opened my math textbook and almost fell from my chair. I somehow understood everything. I grabbed a pencil and solved it all in 10 minutes. My dad barged in and tried to close my notebook, but when I showed him the workings, his face dropped. At the hospital, the doctors scanned me and said, "Your brain rewired after your head trauma. You now have acquired savant syndrome." The biggest smile crept on my face as I realized I could do math. I walked into class the next day and handed the teacher the test after 10 minutes. She chuckled, already done, but her face dropped when she saw answers to problems her best students couldn't solve. I grabbed my 100 and walked to my desk. The rocket doodle was still next to my name. I held it up to the kid who'd grabbed it a week ago. Told you I'd be building rockets. Now it's 10 years later, and I just built my first rocket prototype.